So we're over here and we are making, or what we're really doing is we're making room in the refrigerator for tomorrow's leftovers. So I'm doing as much chopping to dilute the, excuse me, I wanted to let you know we had neighborhood festivities yesterday where they cooked a ham. They cooked up Boston butts, and then they went around in the neighborhood, and then everybody got a Boston butt, and they spent like 12 hours smoking these Boston butts. I wonder if they call Boston butts because Boston's full of a-holes. What do you think? Traitors against the United States of America? You think? Anywho, it's amazing to me that you all as a nation are literally just handing over your holidays to influencers who can't even cook. They just let their families do all the work while they sit around and then make videos about it. They don't even clean the kitchen. They don't even assist with the cooking unless they're going to make a video about it. They don't say, hey, do you need anything in there? Unless you say, can you help me? Because they're too busy on their phones. And then you all decided that it was more important to watch a Persian not from America and a bunch of Hollywood celebrities sit around and call it a Friendsgiving when they don't even know each other. While they live in a dark, weird tunnel of darkness, and they try to make our Thanksgiving unfamily. And then you're just going to sit there and give it a like and a love and a hit and a kick and say, wow, what a great group of people. And you're just going to let the Middle East come on in and tell you how you're supposed to feel, how you're supposed to act, and you're going to let a Chinaman tell you how you're supposed to behave on Thanksgiving and what you're allowed to say and what you're not allowed to say. You're going to allow a 12-year-old to come onto your platform and say, you can't say that, that's mean, and then they're going to community guidelines you. They're going to tell you that you're a boomer and that you're a bad person because you told them to not ride your bicycle on their property or go fishing in their pond. Because that's the reality of what we're dealing with these youth that are out of control because of Joe Biden, who consistently gave up power to the Middle East, which we all watched in front of our faces, while Mona Van shows up at the U.S. Capitol with Hannah Bronfman, another Canadian. While they all show up to her Eat Clean party, while they sell out the country that gave them the clout and the fame that they were so longing for, because their mommy and daddy didn't give them what they needed in life. But even if their mom and dad bought them everything in the world, nothing would fill the holes inside them of the emptiness they feel because they don't know how to be real people because they were born with a silver spoon up their rear end while they're running around telling everyone to be kind. The Be Kind movement comes from the elite. So the elitists can live in the land of the middle class while you all chase them, but they never open that door for you because you don't understand what it means to be an elitist. You don't actually really understand what it means to be a New York elitist or a California elitist. They don't do shit for a living. They don't do anything but make brand deals and sit around and make everybody else do work. Well, they claim that they're giving people jobs, but the jobs are completely miserable and they're utterly insane. And now they're going to try to tell us how we're supposed to feel. While you, Marianne Williams, goes on a podcast with Mona Van, who used to teach A Course in Miracles. However, what I'm realizing now is that you never actually taught A Course in Miracles. You taught politics. Weird. You've become so effing weird. It's so fucking gross and disappointing to watch. It's so disappointing to see what used to be the United States of America and what people like Marianne Williamson have tried to turn it into. So she could just get people to sit down and be quiet. But you train people to behave like that. When you support a Palestinian or a Pakistani like Obama, this is what happens in the world. So while you're over there trying to act like you're all big and bad in this country because you're rubbing elbows with the elitists of the Democratic Party, just to let you know, when the Democrats tell you that someone's not paying taxes, it's because they're diverting the attention over to the people who are paying taxes so that they can do bad business deals behind your back and then do it with a smile on your face, because you would rather have someone tell you that, yeah, you can do that, than someone tell you that you're going to have to work for it. Understand that, and you'll understand the Democrats. It's quite very simple. It's very, very simple. None of you actually have anything to offer. We're getting more and more clear with all the videos that you put out about these people from all over the globe who are like, I want to be an influencer, but you don't have anything to talk about. And when you're in this little snippet of like 5 seconds on a video, you really deter the audience from wanting to show back up because you're a criminal and you're a crook. You're criminals and you're crooks, but you can't recognize it because you're what? Mentally ill? So it is unbelievable to me of what Americans have turned a blind eye to, who have allowed in their counties and their cities with their government officials, because you still voted blue. Some of you, California is still blue. So is New York. So what does that tell you about the citizens of those places? Is that the elites running your asses. So you middle class people are dumb as shit. You are dumb as shit is all I can fucking say. You make me sick. We really should extradite all of you into the Middle East to go live in Qatar, where you think you belong. Because you're not going to take advantage of our Declaration of Independence or the Constitution to suit the Middle East needs for your bad business deals, so Charlie D'Amelio can go on Broadway and abuse millions of people in TikTok videos. So I hope you enjoyed my energy so far of what we're dealing with World War II and, World War I. I accidentally turned on Valkyrie this morning and wanted to give you a little taste of what it was like in the 1930s and 40s when they were dealing with a general out of Germany who is very vicious. He was actually meaner than, I don't know what the cover-up, there was a cover-up in World War II that I can't explain because it feels a lot worse in World War I than it did in World War II. And I know that sounds crazy, but you know how you have that company called Red Baron? That dude was fucking evil as shit. So I would not buy that pizza, not because it doesn't taste good, but because of the name. So I would highly recommend you at the company Red Baron for you to change the name to General Lee. Robert E. Lee. That was a good general. Ulysses S. Grant became the president, but he was a bad guy. And I do believe that General Lee surrendered because he knew that it was beneficial for his what I would call staff, but also called the military. And so I do believe that Robert E. Lee was he actually was the good general, and Grant was the bad guy. So you all are all mentally ill. All mentally ill. No clue about life in general. You're what, 12? You act 12, you look 12, you're like a child. You have nothing to talk about. You say, well, I memorized the 15. Oh, wow, well, shouldn't you already know that since you're a doctor? Shouldn't you already know that because you're a doctor? It's like, oh my God, are you fucking kidding me right now? What a bunch of idiots. I guess that thing about going to school is really helping me a lot because you all are dumb as shit. But at least I have a government system that's pulling their weight now and doing their jobs, and I really like that. Happy Thanksgiving, Donald Trump. I hope everybody over there at the Republican House are doing a really awesome day are having a really awesome day.